Andy, thank you very much for having me. I do appreciate it. I think I met you about 2 years ago, innit?
Yeah,
the BkChat callbacks.
Yeah.
I didn't make it through, but I've come in peace today.
Yeah.
So basically, this series is called "What's Wrong with the Mandem," and
Yeah.
we're basically talking with different people about what they think is the issue with young people. I think there's some things holding us back. I think we have a lot of potential, but not a lot of execution, a lot of results.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to hear from you, like, what you think about that. And
the Mandem as in a lot of
the
young
Mandem.
people.
So when I say Mandem, me personally, I'm talking about anyone from age 13 to 30. I feel like once you're 13, you're switched on to a certain extent. In school, you know what you're doing. You're not just.
Yeah.
And from 30, you like pretty much life. You know what life's about.
Yeah.
But you're still young in my mind, anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if you even agree with that, like that age group.
Yeah. No, I agree with the age group. I think a lot of them are. I think it starts from home. I think it starts from the family background, and obviously a lot of them not having strong role models, especially male role models in their lives that they can obviously look at, that can guide them and obviously let them know what's right from wrong. Because believe it or not, like, as much as we don't think that's the problem, a lot of these young people they only do things they think they're able to get away with.
Yeah.
And that's how before you know it, they get into a cycle and they start following their boys, and obviously, and I also feel like there's not enough leaders when it comes to that age group. They're just a lot of followers, and not many of them are trying to lead.
Okay.
They're packed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are just trying to follow what people are doing, or if someone starts a trend, they just jump onto it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. But it starts at home.
Starts at home, and obviously, I think what you're talking about is a specific kind of like young person, but just even on a broader picture, a broader scale, young people who make it into university or who get into the working professional environment, I still feel like there's a lot of potential that's still not being met in those environments. I don't know what you think about that.
In terms of what?
So for me, I would say it's a thing of, okay, I've graduated, I've got into this particular company, and I'm just hoping for the best. I'm going to climb this corporate ladder and eventually bust case and make it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's necessarily the route to success. I know it's a bit cliche, but I don't think that's that's the right path. I don't necessarily think so. I think we've kind of...
That's not the only path.
That's not the only path, yeah.
I think from when we're young, especially from an African background, you're always taught to go to school, because that's kind of like the guidelines most of our parents didn't get to do. They feel like that's probably why they are where they are, which is obviously not true.
Not true.
You're right about it not being the only way to survive and to succeed. And obviously, as I also tell my kids the same thing, like, uni is good, uni is great. If you want to go the academic route, that's fine, but that's not the only way. And a lot of like African parents growing up, like I said, they have they have tunnel vision when it comes to options.
Yeah.
So growing up, they don't really see other options. All they see is go to school, read your books, and just be a lawyer or a doctor. Do you know what I'm saying? Cliche again, but it is what happens, and it's just a brainwash, man. They don't travel as much as we do today. They don't see other people, so they kind of have no choice but to. And it doesn't mean they're bad. They want the best for their kids.
I think they're just in survival mode still. They're still thinking like, we finally were here in this country. What's the best way to survive? I was talking to a friend earlier today, and I was saying how I think there was a lot of risk involved in coming to this country for most of our parents. I don't know if you're like first generation, second generation, diaspora. Well, I'm like second generation, so I know the risk that my parents went through to come here. And I was just thinking about it deep in. I feel like, is it worth all that risk to come here and basically be like a normal person here and go into a job role that you could have just done back home? You know what I mean? So
that's a very, very interesting point. Like, very interesting. I say that all the time. Like, our parents have done a lot. As much as they don't think they did much. They've done most of the hard work. Like, they've brought us to a land of opportunities.
Literally.
They've taken us away from, a lot of struggles that we could have been in, and they've done the hard work by bringing us here. And I think, again, there's that pressure of, are you just going to be a normal person?
You know what I mean? Because you could have stayed. You could have stayed at home
and just been a banker, or you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. But coming out here, seeing that there's so many opportunities, I think me being Nigerian, especially, like, we don't we don't take things easy. I think we just want to reach for the very best.
The very best.
Not to say everybody else doesn't, but I know my people and I know how they think. They don't really like agree with a lot of 9-to-5 jobs. Like that's not really for our culture. Do you know what I mean? We just wanna. We don't want to be normal. We don't want to be average.
Yeah.
We want to be like, you don't want to go back home, back to your country and see everybody else and you're like, oh, you know, I do the same thing you do over here. We don't want that. So we want more for ourselves. So what we do is obviously look at the entertainment industry. We look at industries that are kind of in between the lines of education. Yeah, man, because education caps your salary. It caps your salary. Like, you make a lot of money, but, you know, the average person gets to a certain point and you know, there's not that much you can actually, which is, again, you make a lot of money and you'll be fine, you'll be comfortable. Yeah. But we don't want to be comfortable, we want to be rich and wealthy.
So going on from that and just thinking about your own journey, like you said, you're Nigerian, you've come from that traditional background. What was it about yourself that made you think, okay, because I've done some research, I think you studied like film, etc. at university, so you didn't even go for like one of those traditional sciences or economics. So what was it from back then, I don't know how long ago that was, that made you straight away just know?
A long time still. I always knew what I wanted to do. Like I said, like most other boys, like once football don't work out for you, you gotta look for your plan B. Do you know what I mean? So, fortunately for me, at a young age, football didn't work out for me, and I wasn't one of those people that was gonna hang on to it until I was in my 20s. So I just thought, you know what? Let me just look for a plan B now. And I remember studying it in sixth form, and I thought to myself, it's not bad. I kind of panicked and said, you know what, this is all I know in sixth form. Like everything else kind of been boring and stuff. I'm just gonna try and stick to this.
What was that topic? But was that media?
Media.
Okay.
Yeah, studied media, and obviously I went into uni to study film and television, and English, and yeah, it's kind of sparked off an interest. I kind of wanted to create stuff. I wanted to make things, and yeah, I guess I just studied it enough to be decent at it. So yeah,
I think you're more than decent at it. And just going on from that as well, because obviously, like, we know like why we're here now. I met you through BkChat, and just the idea of BkChat is something that really drew my attention, because I know there's a lot of different things that was on the internet at the time when it came out, but nothing as professional, nothing as clean cut, nothing as like, I don't know, just everything came together. I think it's something that a lot of people probably spoke about in their friends saying, oh, we should do something like this, but you executed it to like the highest level that has been out at the time, and you've improved on that since then. The new season's out. BkChat Uncensored. Yeah. All of a sudden now man's paying 99p. By the way, I'm with this all the way. By the way, but what was that? What made you decide? You know what? This is like this is the fourth season in London, right?
Yeah, in London.
What made you decide now's the time for that change?
I mean, like, we've done 3 seasons for free, and obviously, like, we've incurred a lot of the costs, because it is costly. A lot of people watch it for free, and it's not like TV. TV is paid for. Do you know what I'm saying? By you, by us, by the provider. But online, you kind of have to, you know, sort everything out yourself, like what we're doing now. Do you know what I'm saying? Most of the stuff was funded by you guys. So, what was happening was, as an individual online, creating content is cool, but you're an individual, and whatever money you make from YouTube is probably decent enough to sustain you. Probably not sustain your whole life, but it's nice to have extra income coming in from YouTube. But when you're a platform, as our platform is quite sophisticated, it's quite complex. Like, there's more than an individual. There's a group of people behind the cameras. There's a group of people in front of the camera. So it becomes a lot more complicated. Like, who gets what? Do you know what I'm saying? When the money comes, where does the money go? Does it go back into the project? Does it go to the cast members? Does it go to the crew? So all of these questions started to knock on the door, and, you know, this was the only way we could sort of like subsidize. And obviously, the whole sickle cell awareness is something else that we thought to implement. Actually do something else. It's not just about charging and taking money, it's also about helping out. Do you know what I mean? So we decided to just take that on board. Again, giving back to our people and our culture. It's about leading by example. So
I'm with you all the way with that, and I think I've been saying for a long time that I think one monopoly that's been going away scot-free is YouTube. For a long time,
man,
they've been securing the bag, giving man a bit of I've been cutting. So I'm really happy that, like, you found a way at least to to try and get back some of that value that you're obviously giving to people.
Yeah.
Like your viewers isn't no joke. Like you guys are doing some really serious numbers. So
thanks, man.
I think it's good that you found a way to basically get some value back from that. Whether or not people want to pay 99p, I think it's a no-brainer, me personally.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about what you're getting for it, I don't know how many episodes are going to be this season, but...
Yeah, there's going to be about 10 episodes. Hopefully we get the whole 10 out. But yeah, it's going to be about 10 episodes. I think when it comes to the whole paying for content, I think a lot of us kind of shy away from it, but I think this format works because it's not even a thing where you know, you need to be begging people to pay. Like, we will definitely appreciate the fact that people are interested. And sometimes if you just enjoy something, then just pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And when it's something that's not even expensive, just pay for it, because at the end of the day, that thing will just go away.
It'll go away.
And, you know...
There's nothing else like it as well for our people anyway.
Yeah.
And the level, like the quality, what you guys have done, it's not like you're giving us like something similar to season 1.
Yeah.
You guys have gone like miles ahead now.
Yeah.
Taking it to a completely different level, and you're asking us to like show some appreciation for it. So I'm 100% with it. And another thing I like about it is that, one thing I've also been saying is that talented people from our background aren't necessarily going to be easily accepted into different industries. So whether that's going to be the arts, whether it's going to be the financial sector, we're not always going to be accepted in. And once we do get in, a lot of us have experienced that glass ceiling or that glass door, whatever it is. And I've long been saying that we should be trying to invest in our own industries. Like, whether that's going to take a long time, like it might do, or it's going to be something quick, we should put those seeds in from now. To build our own industries. What do you think about like us taking that matters into our own hands?
Of course, that's exactly how I think. That's exactly what we sort of try to project over here. You know, it's all well and good you getting coins from YouTube and that, but the money's going back to other people. Like, I think the money should circulate amongst our people. Do you know what I mean? For a while, so that we can build an infrastructure that actually works for other people coming up in the industry and wanting to be directors and wanting to be filmmakers or wanting to be actors and stuff like that. Like, there is no, we have to almost leave the country to sort of like work out for us. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's why you see a lot of artists before, they would blow and they want to go to America. Actors still do it today. The infrastructure in the music industry is great right now. It's good, it's doing well. But other sectors are starving. You know what I'm trying to say? They're struggling. So why does an actor need to leave to go and do a Hollywood film to exist, to be able to make money? It doesn't make sense. That's because we're not circulating the money in the black industry. You know what I'm saying? In the coloured industry, we need to, for example, some people are complaining about paying for the show, and I seem to see that it's our people that complain. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's like, if you look at the musicians that have made it, when you go to their concerts and you see people that buy their records, they don't look like us. They don't. It's true. There are a lot of white people buying into the stuff, and they freely will just buy into stuff they enjoy, and they don't think money comes and goes. Do you know what I mean? But there's a resistance when it comes to us, is because it's like, well, I know that guy from down there. Why am I paying 99p to watch his thing? I can just go to his yard. Do you know what I'm saying? Or I can go to my boy's yard and do this. So, yeah, man, the money definitely needs to. It might not necessarily help us out right now, but it's building a future for other people coming in. Do you get me? So.
Yeah, and just going on from that as well, this is BkChat's been around for, I don't know, two years now. So imagine 10 years from now, what you guys can build if we're investing back in our own people. So that's something that I think is really important. And going back to that mindset as well, I think that's another problem we have, is when it comes to people from other cultures, we're happy to, by all means, spend money.
Seal of approval. It's like, oh, we're shot by a white guy. Okay, yeah, I'll come. Oh, it's done this, I'll come. But you know, we need to, I don't know, I don't like preaching, innit? But we need to wake up, man. Do you know what I mean? We need to wake up and understand that. You want to see more black shows, just pay for it. Do you get me? You want to see more black, because you're paying for it now, you're thinking, oh, it's expensive, whatever. Fam, you're doing everybody else a favor. It's not about your pound. It's not about it's about our money. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So even if I don't benefit from this particular project, I'm sure the next time somebody else comes out and says, I want to charge, they're not going to look at it like, oh my God, why are you doing this? It's so alien. Why are you charging us? Like, bro, it's been happening. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think more people should do it. People do
it in America, especially. Like I've noticed they do that with films, especially. And speaking of films, have you got, outside of BkChat, have you got other projects that you're working on?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a filmmaker first. Do you know what I'm saying? I make short films. I'm hopefully gonna make my feature film soon, but I kind of been doing kind of different things behind the scenes. BkChat is one of the projects that managed to be the most popular one, which is cool. But I do eventually want to go back into doing films and creating a lot more content. It just so happens that this is what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen the 10-year challenge that's been going on.
Yeah.
Right now. A lot of them have been challenging to even look at some people. Some people's transformation is mad. Going back 10 years now, it's about 2009. Like, what kind of person were you? What mindset were you in? Like, and did you think you'd be here where you are right now?
No, definitely not. I was in uni studying, funny enough, giving away my age and that, you know. But I was in uni studying filmmaking and television and stuff. I was definitely didn't think I would be anywhere near here. I knew what I wanted though. I knew what I wanted to be. I knew what I wanted to get into, but it was a dream. Like back then, it was just like, oh yeah, I'd love to be this person. But whether it happened or not, I wasn't sure.
And were you thinking like I'm gonna do my own thing, or were you more leaning towards okay, I'm gonna go into this particular company and work my way up? Or
I came out and actually wanted to go and work for the BBC. Okay. Like everybody else, again, you know, I thought to myself, yeah, let me go and work for the BBC. Let me go and like put myself through this process of, you know, working in the industry and whatnot. So I did apply and stuff like that, but this is when the BBC moved to Manchester.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I wasn't going to Manchester. I wasn't going to Manchester, so I decided to go and work for Ben Television. Which was
Ben Television, bridging the gap.
Yeah, bridging the gap. Bridging the gap.
Oh my days.
Yeah. I went to work for them actually. Funny enough, my dad hooked me up with one of his friends that hooked me up with the guy that was recruiting, and I went to work for them. And taught me everything I didn't want to be.
You didn't want to be? Okay, what was that like then?
It was interesting at first because I was around cameras, I was around different people, I was seeing the whiz kids and all these people coming in for interviews and stuff like that. So I was kind of like, it was fun for a while, but then again I realized, well, what are you actually doing? Do you get me? I wasn't learning. I knew this quality that these people were running at wasn't the quality that was out there. I could see the contrast, and I was like, why are you not running on? So they weren't on HD, and everybody else was that time was moving to HD. So I thought.
What was the reason for that? Do you know?
I think it's just expensive. I think it was very expensive to run that on a mainstream platform such as Sky, and that's what they could probably. Don't quote me on this, but that's probably what they could afford at the time. Plus, their viewers probably weren't demanding anything else. Do you know what I mean? So, I did learn quite a bit from there, though. I met some cool people. But one day I literally just walked out and just didn't come back.
What, just?
I just said I'm going to lunch, and I just left.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
You went to lunch and never came back?
Yeah, man. I couldn't do it anymore, man.
Wait, because I didn't even, so you was working in Ben.
Yeah.
And that's literally like that's for those who don't know, that's like an African network. That's like is it Nigerian?
It's a Nigerian TV channel, yeah.
TV channel. So you're working with people who are not the majority in this country here in media. So by themselves, they're quite a unique platform, even though you said that the quality wasn't the best, etc.
They were a niche platform, What
was that like working with those kind of people?
It was cool, man. It was cool working with your own kind of people and, you know, seeing that, you know, kind of feeling like home a little bit. But I started to get too comfortable in their quality and the sort of stuff they were doing. And any normal person, if you weren't really interested in the art, you'd probably stay and just chill. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought to myself, I didn't leave because of social reasons. I didn't leave because this person was doing this to me, that person was feeling like this. Not really. I left because I wasn't creating what I wanted to. This is not why I came into this. And no disrespect to them, I wasn't getting that there. More time I was more like teaching, do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I started to realize I learned more on YouTube.
Okay.
So I thought, why don't I just go and teach myself? So I went and taught myself how to edit.
Where did you go after lunch? You walked out the door,
I walked out the door and I jumped in my car and I just went home. Just drove home.
Did you know you were gonna do that day, or was it?
I didn't know. I was feeling like I wasn't learning anything, but I can't remember if something triggered it. But I just literally just left and just didn't come back. I just left. And I think one of my boys called me and he was just doing something better, and I was like, I'd rather be there.
Oh, so you straight away you had something else to like?
Yeah. I went home and then I went to a set of my friend.
Wait, on the same day?
Yeah. Because there's people that are filming and doing other stuff that's more interesting, and I'll go to work and just be like, bruv, this is the same thing we did yesterday. Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay. So that friend, was that his own company or like?
He was like freelancing, like shooting music videos.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So I would go to his set and just see a bunch of people that you usually see on TV and stuff. I'm just like, this is easy, like to walk into. So I just thought I just want to start my own company, which was called Snowpix Media at the time. And yeah, just got like-minded people that were like myself that just left uni and didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And we just started making videos for artists. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, and we're rounding up now. I just wanted to talk quickly about like your team and the people around you, because obviously it's a big production that you guys are putting on. How did you find people who were gonna basically be there when you weren't getting paid or charging people, etc.? Like, and how did you get them to stay on board with you from maybe before BkChat right up to now?
It was very, one of my most challenging things was trying to have people in my team. Starting off the project before, I had made relationships with people that genuinely just had passion for creating stuff. So they would stick by me. I'm still with them till today.
Those same people?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Some of them.
Okay.
When I first started off, mate, there was like 30 people in my team.
30 people?
There was so many people.
Oh, wow.
They aren't there anymore. They're not here anymore.
Hey, what were you guys making that?
We were just a bunch of young people just trying to make stuff happen, and you know, we would get excited by the fact YouTube was getting bigger, we were getting views here and there, and people would respect us. And we had like an office, so a lot of people would come there, a lot of artists would come through, and it was just like kind of like a home for people that didn't work. People that didn't do a 9 to 5 was like come through, kind of learn how to do stuff. Some people learn how to do photography, some people learn how to produce music and stuff like that. So it was a nice hub. But after a while, you started to see the people that weren't genuinely interested in it started to weed off and fall off and stuff like that. So, which is cool at the same time. We still are all friends, I guess, but some people are really serious about this and others aren't.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, keeping them together was, it was tough, but I think a lot of them saw the vision. So they hung around, and I think a lot of them trusted me as well. So that's another thing. Yeah.
Okay. And then finally, just wrapping up now. If there's someone out there in a similar situation to yourself, they just left uni, they wanted to work in the BBC, but it's not happening. What's your advice to them?
I'll say teach yourself. Teach yourself stuff. You need to go online, wherever courses you can get onto, or just, there's a lot of people teaching people stuff for free on YouTube. I learn off of YouTube. I'm self-taught, and I used a lot of like teachers on YouTube that do training videos and stuff like that. You don't need to go to no fancy film school. Do you know what I'm saying? Just go and learn. And once you learn your craft properly and you actually know what you're doing, because one thing I refuse to believe in this industry is, oh, this guy is better than me. Like, he's probably better than me, not because he's more talented than me, but he's better than me because he's probably studied more than me. Probably knows more than me. So go and get knowledge, and once you have that, that's your strength. You know what I'm saying?
You said you're self-taught. When you're around people from your industry who are like gone through that other route, like there's film school, etc. Do you see a difference in how you work, or is it like just knowledge based? Like,
there's no difference. It's just the same knowledge, because those people will still be the same people that are going to do YouTube videos and teach you. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It doesn't matter like where you get your knowledge from. Just gain the knowledge from wherever you can, and make sure it's quality knowledge. And also, the knowledge doesn't just have to be secondary. You could also find primary knowledge, like, which is going to people's film sets, going to people's music videos. That taught me more than anything else.
Go and actually be in there.
Being there, just say, can I come on your set and can I just float and be a runner, or help you carry the lights, and you find out you learn a lot more by just being there. And
how did you get like access to those different sets and space?
Tweet them, you message them. More time I ran into them, I came across them.
Okay.
And they would be looking at me like, oh, I need to learn from you, and I'm looking at them like, I need to learn from you. Do you know what I'm saying? So you guys just, okay, I'm shooting today, guys. If you want to come true, and then they'll do the same to me, and I'll just roll through and just learn a few things, meet a few people, and network and stuff. You get clients, and you get other people to help out. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, man. Well, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much, Andy. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
just think of, what's that girl? What's her name? Pinky.
Pinky, the porn star Pinky.
If she does...
And the bombs on that.
And it's oil.
It's doing nothing.
Okay, what about if we blindfold you? Tell her to suck the hell out of your balls.
Would your dick get hard?
Well, this is because we had this conversation. We had this conversation. If I blindfolded you and someone was sucking your dick and it was a man, would your dick get hard? Don't lie. Yes, it would. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Because a wet mouth is a wet mouth. And I know the strength of his bed. I will feel the beard. No, okay, so what if it was someone like me who has no facial hair, nothing?
Then my spirit will tell me.
No.